Actually, it's Camshaft because of copyright reasons.
After being left in the shadows to be forgotten, Omibot Camshaft finally receives a much-needed update from a mediocre Bayverse Deluxe figure to a fateful G1 Masterpiece class. Except it's not from Hasbro or Takara Tomy, but from a third party known as X-Transbot. Starting off with his alt mode, Camshaft is based on a 1981 Series 2 Mazda RX-7, chassis code SA22 or FB, and there are multiple details that you would find in an official Masterpiece Transformer, from the overall grey color finish, to the blue tinted windows, and the painted bumpers and taillights. It even sports the RX-7 logo, which somehow flew under the Mazda lawsuit radar because this is a third-party figure. But wait! There's more. Unlike your usual Masterpiece Transformers, Camshaft was given what I like to call the third-party buff. For instance, the four-spoke rims are not plastic like your typical Masterpiece figures, but die-cast metal, along with these underpart pieces which we will get to later in the video. The textured tires are genuine rubbers, and as far as I could tell, Hasbro only did rubber tires on the original G1 figures and the latest being Legacy Beachcomber, but oddly not on any of the Masterpiece series. What a missed opportunity. I guess that goes to show how much X-Transbots and other third-party companies really cared about producing the best Transformers with the utmost attention to detail. Something that Hasbro has been going backwards on. Furthermore, Camshaft feels very solid and premium in the hands, and has a second alt mode known as an Assault mode, or Stealth mode if you remember Transformers Dark of the Moon Stealth Force Edition on the 3DS or Wii. It's pretty accurate to the comic version and does make use of his chrome painted twin guns, which look mesmerizing and premium looking, despite being made of plastic. In summary, Camshaft received a fantastic looking alt mode that outvalues the official Masterpiece series, and we haven't gotten to his robot mode yet. So let's get to it. As a Masterpiece style Transformer, Camshaft has a lot of steps, so take your time and don't rush through it. First, lift out the bottom panel so you can push out the rear metal rocket, which also untabs the rear windows. Next, untab the side skirts and the rear end of the car. The doors should naturally open up so you can fold them out. Same applies with the other side. Lift out the front window from the body and accordion out the torso panels. Flip up Camshaft's head and fold down the door windows. On a side note, you don't necessarily need to fold the windows in half, as it would provide enough clearance for the most difficult step. Swing in Camshaft's inner shoulders into the roof of the car and tab in the doors in place. Repeat on the other side. Fold out the front torso panels, as well as the leg panels. Flip down and gently flex out these panels so they join together. Meet up the upper torso with the front torso, and swing down the middle rear section so you can align the metal rockets into the tab. Alright, here's the most difficult step. Fold out the two panels below and connect them to the lower tabs. Now fold out the wrist, and you may need to swivel it midway. Shift up the biceps and connect the side skirts into the shoulder tabs. Do the same for the other side. Separate the legs and accordion out the thighs. Pull out the feet from the legs and fold them in place. Swing out these leg panels as they will roll into the feet and connect to the tabs. The same applies to the other side. Finally, align his crotch in place, and you have successfully transformed Camshaft into his robot mode. In his robot mode, Camshaft looks spot on to the comics, with some additions to add more value to this spectacular transformer. The way the center of the car becomes the torso is unique and creative, as well as his painted chest details. He has a bunch of die-cast metal that helps him feel very solid in the hand, as well as being durable and easy to strike several poses. In terms of his articulation, his head is on a T-pin joint that allows a full revolution, as well as looking down and up all the way. The downside is no side tilts and the visible pin below the ears. Odd that X-Transbots didn't go for a traditional ball joint, but after realizing his head is removable, they likely did it for ease of manufacturing and durability. And yes, the official Masterpiece does use the same T-pin joint too. Unsure why they couldn't use something like a Blocky's ball joint pin, it doesn't fit in case you'll ask, but my guess is because over time, ball joints becomes loose, and while you can fix it with some nail polish, that's something you shouldn't be doing with a Masterpiece Transformer. And no, it's not compatible with any Headmasters. Camshaft's shoulders are attached to a die-cast metal frame, thus it behaves like a butterfly joint, allowing forwards and backwards motions, as well as your usual full revolution. However, he cannot pull off a T-pose as they are limited sideways due to his shoulders. He has bicep rotation from a supposedly mushroom joint because they are filled and sealed, as they should be. His elbows can bend all the way to the shoulders from a die-cast double-hinge metal joint, and Camshaft's wrist can swivel. His thumb and index fingers can bend independently, while the rest of the fingers are joined together. Camshaft has a waist swivel and an ab crunch which are held by a single pin, but like his head, no side motions. The hip skirts are connected to the thighs, thus Camshaft can move his legs frontwards, backwards, and sideways at a high degree. His die-cast metal thighs can swivel, as well as having over 90 degrees knee bend. The foot can move up and down with a huge amount on the ankle tilts. Oh, and the pop-up headlights can fold up too. In summary, Camshaft is super articulated to pull off dynamic poses that an official Masterpiece Transformers cars can do, and it helps that some limbs are die-cast metal for a solid premium feel and pull off poses that normally requires a bigger stand. But it's now time to transform Camshaft back into his RX-7 FD mode. Before we begin, this is not a segment for a sponsor, but a reminder for you to take your time and don't rush through it. Oh, and make sure you fold down the pop-up headlights. First, untab these panels and roll them away from the front feet. Next, fold in the panels and repeat the same process for the other side. Align the feet with the car bonnet and connect the tabs. Join the 2 feet together. Accordion in the 2 legs and close up the rear leg panels. Connect the feet panels to the rear legs and join the top pieces together. Now disconnect the rear lower torso from the middle rear section, as well as the front torso from the front window. Fold in the front torso panels. Disconnect the side doors from the torso and fold out the side door windows. Swing out the middle rear section as well as the inner shoulders from the roof of the car. Flip in the side torso panels. Flip away the head panel. Accordion the lower torso panels to meet under the cockpit of the car. Join the front window to the bonnet of the car. Now meet the bottom rear panels to the car. Close up Camshaft's hands. Fold out the wrist so the hands can tuck in. Disconnect the side skirts from the shoulder tabs and align the biceps so the tabs join together. Do the same for the other side. Fold in camshaft shoulders. Connect the side skirts to the tab hole. And close up the side door. Vice versa on the other side. Fold in the two rear middle section panels and connect them to the rear side sections of the car. Finally, tuck in the metal rocket so you can close up the rear windows. You may need to unlatch the bottom panels of the car to fold in the metal rocket. Now you can fold out the pop-up headlights and be done with the transformation. 1981 Series 2 Mazda RX-7.
Camshaft has no head side tilt due to the T-pin.
But it's justified for durability, cheaper mold design, and ease of assembly. And again, the official Masterpiece Transformers does use the T-pin joint for the head, so if it works, may as well copy it.
The torso is extremely difficult to connect together.
This is the most annoying part of transforming him to his robot mode, as you really need to position the tabs at a specific angle before putting pressure to push it into the spot. Despite a strong connection with the joints when you pull it off, it is a step that is mentally draining and at times stressful.
The RX-7 logo is mirrored on the other side.
Perhaps it's intended to avoid copyright, but it does seem annoying. Oh boy. This is likely the main issue with Camshaft because the final issue is the price. Not because it's overpriced, because once you compare it to the official Masterpiece Transformers, it's good value for money. The main reason is that fewer people will be able to afford it, especially in this era where inflation, tariffs, and the cost of living continues to rise even further beyond. Then again, it's a price to pay for a Masterpiece-style Transformer with additional goodies to justify the price. X-Transbot Master X Series number 25 Omibot Maeda cost $97.99 US on TF Safari, which roughly converts to 138.42 AUD. At first it sounds very expensive, but dare I say, it's much more reasonable asking price when you compare it to the official Masterpiece Transformers from Takara Tomy, which floats around 189 AUD. Yikes, that's way more expensive asking price for way less quality than X-Transbots. Even the knockoff Masterpiece Transformers are asking a much better price than the official, despite being a lottery for quality control. And while they are second-hand official Masterpiece figures that are reasonably priced, they are hard to come by due to their limited listings, and some are so desirable they either don't appear in the listings or mouth-wateringly expensive. Whereas Camshaft is widely available in most online stores that offer third-party Transformers, including AliExpress. And keep in mind that Camshaft has die-cast metal components, rubber tires, and pop-up headlights, something that most third parties have over the officials. As an Omibot that has potential to be a great Transformer figure, Camshaft has been blessed by X-Transbots to surpass expectations and surprised us with excellent build quality, excellent attention to detail, excellent articulation, excellent robot and alt mode, and a reasonably priced that sends a competitive message to the official Masterpiece series. If you are a fan of G1 Camshaft, this is a must-buy. If you are the type of person who wants a Masterpiece quality Transformer that is fun to play with or display, and you can afford it, this is also a must-buy. And obviously I'm pretty biased as Camshaft is my favorite Autobot, and X-Transbots did a fantastic job giving him the opportunity to make a comeback. And that's the end of the video. Thank you all for watching. If you want to support this video, like and share and subscribe for more updates on when I upload or see photos. Follow me on Twitter, and I'll see you next time. And remember!